Taoist Magic Talk Show brought to you by Taoist Master G 师傅 and 天日 Dragon Taoism ผู้亮天尊 Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. This is your G 师傅 right here, and today we're going to talk about some important wisdom that you can take with you today and apply it to many things. It will help you to do better, to learn better, to be a better person, and of course, being a better Taoist as well. So, recently I have come across a few newbies who want to ordain, and there are people who need my help. And I figured that it is very important to have this lesson for them. Not only that, it will benefit them, but it will also not waste their time and my time. So today's topic is about being how to empty yourself. How to be empty. Oh, what do I mean by being empty though? Well, very simple. A lot of people are not feeling that they're empty, and so they feel they are full. Or they have something. And because of that, they cannot accept things. What do I mean? Well, anything that is not alike, you will not accept. That is the way how our energy body works. Your energy body has a heart inside, in the center. This heart controls everything. It controls what can come in and what cannot come in. When it feels that something is alike, it will want to have that thing. If it feels something is not alike, it will want to reject it. So that means if you already feel that you have something inside, then whatever that is not alike or not with the same group of this thing, your heart will reject or bounce away or resist and not want to accept it. Well, yeah, it's kind of like saying you can have to be like non-biased, but it's even more than that. This is very important for a Taoist, because for a Taoist, if you want to take the God's guidance or even the Master's guidance, you must be able to empty yourself in order to really get it. And I would have to say, personal experience, it is very hard. Now, let me try to give you an example of myself, okay? Like from my own experience. So let's say there's a day I wake up and I got the guidance from my God saying that, oh, today you should go down and buy grocery. Okay, I looked outside and it's like gloomy, rainy looking. It's not raining yet, but it might rain. And, you know, and then you kind of like explain the situation to yourself and say how you are not motivated to go. Yeah. Well, you see, you're not empty. If you're empty, right, you're like 100% I don't know anything. You tell me to do this, I'll do this, right? It's just like that. But once you start to see outside, observe, think, and, you know, process it inside yourself, and then you start to give reasons, then you're not empty. And then you will end up missing out the good stuff. There are many times that I had this kind of situation before when I was learning from my gods, and they are like showing me, you know, things you should be doing at the right time, and I just hesitated or made other reasons or excuses to not do them, and then end up is not as good. And then I tried another way. I tried to tell myself, like after I have the reason, because it's very hard to not have the reason, right? So after you have the reasons going on, right, then you tell yourself this thing. You say, oh, fuck it. Right? You say that and then say, oh, just do it, right? And then after you say that to yourself, you kind of feel like this, you know, you're being forced to do something kind of feeling. But it's okay. You know, it's going to be good, right? And then you just go blindfold yourself, you know, don't think about it and just follow along and do it. And you know what? After a whole year of testing this out, I find this is the best way to go. It's always, always, always working better. Yeah, it's amazing. When you can empty yourself and be like a blindfold mode, you have a lot of advantage. Because if the gods want to guide you the right way, they cannot force you to change when you're not empty. You have your own way of thinking. Then, oh well, too bad, right? Now you might be thinking, well, what if the god is wrong? Well, too bad, that's wrong then. So what? What if they're right? 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 What if they're right? What if you're wrong? Right? You can always ask the other way. So it's like just waste of time to ask what if they're wrong. Hey, but as a Taoist, it's part of your obligation to have faith in your God, right? What does faith mean? Faith is belief without the need of evidence. It's a kind of investment of belief power. The more you put there, the more faithful you are toward your God, the better it is, and the more powerful your God will become. And that's like the way to cultivate your God's power. So, how is this thing about empty, being empty, affecting, or like how does it affect the clients and people who come over for help? Well, there are people who like to do this. They tell me like a whole long story of what happened, and it's like a 3-year thing condensed into one email, and then I'm like, wow, so many details, and then they want to tell you how much they have already tried and learned and know. So it's like, yeah, everything, that's like your way of explaining the problem. So you're not really open up to listen to what I have to say about the problem. And then there are even like this group that love to tell me, I already learned this, and now I'm doing this to myself, and I'm already doing some progress. I just need your advice. When I see these, I just want to delete the email right away. It's a waste of time. You already think and I'm like, hey, I'm the professional who deal with these things. You're not. Right? You think then you should have solved the problem, but you still don't have the solution. That means you don't know, right? Then you are supposed to let go and let the professional take over 100% and let them deal with the problem. And this is a common issue if you know anyone who is working as a like a doctor or surgical doctor, people who do surgery, a high level kind of knowledge required, that kind of doctor, right? If you know someone like that, you know their frustration. They talk to the patients, and then the patient will be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm going after, and I have Googled. I read about it online. My friend told me this, and I know a lot about it already. I am now taking this and this and this. I'm like, wow, what happened? You're trying to fix yourself, but you're still with tons of problems. So obviously your fix is not going to work, right? But they cannot accept it. They believe that they have learned a lot. They believe that they know what they're doing, and they believe they have enough knowledge to deal with it while they just need your help. To the doctors, it's really, really frustrating because they don't want to listen and cooperate and do what you say. They want you to say something to make them feel that they are right. But they just need a little bit more help, And in reality, it's you just stop what you're doing and I will take over. You do what I say and it'll work better like that, right? In reality, it's mostly the case. So spiritual problems, people come to me for help, for curses, magic help and things like that. It's the same deal. People start saying that, wow, I know this. I've been doing this for how many years, And to me, the most annoying one is when people tell me they do Qigong. They have been doing Qigong and Tai Chi for X amount of years. I just want to tell them up front, you have this problem and you need my help, so you better not pretend you know anything. And, I teach Qigong too. And, to me, a lot of the stuff out there is really not good. It's wrong. And so what am I supposed to say? Your stuff sucks, right? You don't even understand the basic concept of the energy body and how things work. And you say you do Qigong, so, what does that do? You still have the problem, right? You need help? Okay, just, you need the help. Right? So why tell me all that stuff, right? So most people are like that. They like to tell me things so that it feels like, they know something too, right? It's kind of like they want to touch base with you and say, oh, you know what? I also know these. I also have these background like you. And you know what? It actually pissed me off a bit. Like, not really pissed me off, but it annoys me. It's like you try to be a pro in front of a pro. Like that. I don't know if you are a professional of anything, but like if you're fixing computer, I know like computer people, right? Back then I was working as in the computer shop and fixing computer when I was young. So people come over and they need their computer fixed, right? And then they will say, oh, you know what? My computer have this issue. I already tried this. I tried that. And then I'm like, shut up. Right? You only need to tell me what's going on. Like, what's your problem? That's it. Like, oh, I cannot put up a computer. Just show me that thing. And then I'm like, okay, I'll deal with it. Like, I will figure it out. And it's so annoying when they like spend 30 minutes trying to tell you what they tried and what you can try. Like they're like, oh, you can try this too. You can try this. And I'm like, stop teaching me what to do, right? I know what I'm doing. So, yeah, you see, as a professional, it's very annoying for someone who come for help. Like, they obviously already cannot help themselves, right? And then they try to be a professional in front of you. They try to tell you that they know stuff too. But I just need your help, because I just don't have enough. No. That's annoying, right? So, yeah. And another example of like this kind of thing is like when I have issue here, at my house, I have like plumbing issue. I don't know plumbing, right? Like some basic stuff, okay, but I'm not like, the plumber. So some guys come over and fix the plumbing issue, right? I just need to tell them, this is not working. I do this, it's broken. And then they're like, okay, what do you do? I'm like, okay, I just did this and it doesn't work. And then I let them figure it out, right? But there are a lot of people, they don't do that. They will try to tell them like as much detail as possible, analyze the whole situation and tell them what they could try. And then it's like, they're like, like the professional guy is like, oh, come on, just shut up. You see the problem? If you put yourself into the shoes of the other side, right? Like you think for the other side, you will know being empty is much better, is much more important. So what is the trick to suppress that, wannabe professional side inside yourself? Well, very simple. You need to respect the other side as what they are, like a professional, right? So let's say, okay, you have to know your role. You're a student, they are a teacher. Then you need to be completely just there, 100% ready to learn, not to teach the teacher what to do. If you try to teach the teacher what to do or how to teach, it will create obstructions and the teacher won't want to even teach you, right? It just destroys their mood and everything. And, well, look, you're a disciple, I'm the master, right? I'm here to teach you. You don't teach me how to teach you. You see? Or like, I'm a doctor, you're a patient, you're here for help. You tell me what you're not okay with, what's your problem. And my job is to analyze and prescribe some medicine for you or like deal with your problem, right? That's my job, not your job. So you only need to do what you have to do. So if you have that inner self inside, that little beast that want to always like, show off yourself, tell people what you already know, right? You have to change your mindset a little bit, and then you have to tell yourself, they are going to handle it. Like that person, okay? It's going to handle it. It's okay. It's okay. They will handle it. They will handle it. Let go. If you are always like so on guard and, you want to, I know like some people want to show off so that they don't get ripped off, right? Like, you go to those car shops and they were like, oh, you want oil change? And then, you want to tell them stuff so that it makes them know that, oh, you know stuff too, so I cannot scam you, right? I know that mindset. Some people are like that, especially in the USA. Americans are like full of this stuff. I know that. because I have seen it. Okay, people are like, they go to the car shop and they want to talk like they also know car, and then they will tell them what to do, just do that, and I don't want to pay extra, like that, right? So stop scamming me, telling me to like change the filter and then change this and that while it's still okay. I'm only spending the least amount. Okay, you know what, guys? You are losing more than just money if you do that, okay? Stop doing that. I know you care about your money, you don't want to be scammed, right? But at the same time, do you want to be cursed? Stop being stupid. Okay, think about it. If you be like that and they are not a scammer, what will happen? They will not like you, right? In the mind, they might curse you. And that curse can stay in what they're doing for you. Let's say this guy is a dentist and he's doing like a dental implant, okay? So all that stuff is going to go into that fake tooth and it's going to go with you and it's going to stick with you for a long time. And that bad energy inside is going to stick around and you're going to get that crap for like many years and it's going to affect your luck. You don't want that, right? Why not make the guy happy? Pay him a few more bucks. He say do this, you do it, you spend the money. If he's happy, he will wish you good. He will give you good intention. And then what's going to happen later is his good energy stick with you for a long time. What's the problem? Don't look at money so heavily. Then you won't have this issue of not being able to be empty. Especially, like in my field, right? I deal with spiritual problems for people. And I know there's a lot of spiritual healers or whatever crap out there that is like a scammer. Well, they might not be like really there to like, oh, I'm a scammer, I need to scam people. They might not be a scammer like that. They don't even know they're a scammer. They could be like just not doing the right thing or learn the wrong thing, or whatever they have learned is just weak. And that can happen and they cannot solve your problem, right? Okay, so they're not really intended to like those real scammers just there to scam your money. They could be just not skillful, but but at the end they cannot fix your problem, right? Okay, but the thing is, what? I know there's a lot of these out there, right? But so what? You see, even you bang into one of these, if you make them not like you, right? Make them like angry at you or things like that, and they curse you at the back, you are getting something. You're getting something negative attached to you. And how can you deal with that? Can you use money to deal with that? Well, very hard, right? Because you find the next guy who fixed spiritual problem, and then you have the same mindset, and that guy cursed you again. You don't want that stuff, right? Come on. So be empty. Tell yourself it's okay. Now you understand why, right? Don't look so heavily on the money side. Think about it. I'm spending money to buy peace, buy a piece of life, like buy peace for life. Does it make sense? Peace as in like, no violence, no problem. That's kind of peace, okay? So you're kind of making your life more peaceful. Hey, wait a minute. You might say, but why? Why? Well, you have a choice. You have a choice not to go at all, right? Like if you don't want to, no one's forcing you to go there. No one's forcing you to contact that person, right? Like in my case, no one tell you to contact me for spiritual help. But if you decided already to commit to the conversation, why do you want to be an asshole? I just don't understand, right? Like why? You can choose to shut up, hold back your hands, not go in, right? But you decided to go in, that means it is meant to be an experience for you. Then be open-minded, accept what it is, and then you don't want that negative stuff from the other side, right? So be empty. If they have to take, a little bit more money from you, let them take it. It's fine. You can make money again. But if someone have their bad intention and energy attached to you, that's going to last for a long time. And you don't want that to happen because this is very hard to get rid of. So be empty, guys. Tell yourself, now I got you the reasons, that you have the wisdom behind for why not to look so heavily on these things. And also tell yourself, Oh, F it, just let them take over. They must be okay. Praise them. Praise the other guy. If you decided to commit, praise the other guy. Oh, they must be a professional. They should know what they're doing. Say that to yourself inside until you're numb, until you have no more resistance. Just let them do it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.